Yeah, the Flyers had a pretty easy round in the first round, knocking out the Devils in 5 games. Had a long layoff before the second round, about 8 or 9 days off. Got to play Boston, a team that on paper they matched up pretty well with, assuming so. Similar records. Boston also not getting to the playoffs till the final days of the regular season. Boston jumps out to a 3-0 series lead, seemingly in total control. Only twice before had NHL teams come back from 3-0 deficits to win a series. The Flyers got rolling, won one, won another, won the third game to get it to a Game 7, fell behind 3-0 in the first period of Game 7 in Boston to a crowd that was dying for a win, came all the way back, won it 4-3. It certainly seems a riding wave of momentum at this point. After that Boston series, they got to play Montreal, took them out in 5 games, looking every bit as sharp as they were in New Jersey. So it seems like they are riding a bit of a wave. And the question would have been, I think, if they were going to be too emotionally spent from the Boston series, that maybe Montreal could have come up and surprised them and knocked them out. It didn't happen. They've gotten their legs underneath them. They've gotten injured players back now going to the finals. They really seem to be on top of their game and could pose a good threat to Chicago. I would think that is true, that both teams are hungry. Certainly the cities are. And Chicago has so many young players. Not only they're not alive in 61, they're barely alive in 81, a lot of them. So it's the history part. They have to be told. They don't feel that pressure, I don't think, of carrying the burden of the city on their shoulders. Chicago, like I said, is a young team. So even if they don't win it now, they're certainly built to be a good team for 3, 4, 5 years in the future, that this shouldn't be their only chance. But of course, you never want to squander it because you never know when you're going to get back there. The Flyers have some older players. They have some who have won before, but not too many. And they don't really have a lot of finals experience other than those guys who have that winning experience. Yeah, Chicago comes in having about 24 more points in the regular season more than the Flyers had, seemingly really on a roll to get through this. The odds are heavily in their favor, but I think the Flyers have a role of their own, and maybe riding this, momentum wave that, hey, anything we do, we can overcome. We've seen it all. We've been to the brink and back. We're really getting everybody together. Jeff Carter is back healthy. Ian LaPerriere is healthy. And there are questions about goaltending. Michael Leighton, is an unknown, unproven guy thrown into the fire when Brian Boucher, who in his own right was unknown and unproven before, and now their goaltending is strong, and they're not facing, a Marty Brodeur or Patrick Waugh on the side. They're facing Anthony Emme, who's really just emerged in his first year as a goalie. So any advantage that a team might have had over the Flyers in that area seems to be nullified at this point. So going against the grain, I think the Flyers have something going here, and I can see them winning it in 6.